Bust it.
Hello, out there, and thanks for joining us on Political Platform. And we want to thank you, as always, for tuning to us. And for those who are watching us on TV in the evening in Abuja, talking about 6 p.m. on AIT, and those who have subscribed and watching us on our videos on our YouTube channel, AIT Political Platform, we want to thank you. And want to encourage you to download the Repower app from the Google Play, and you'll be able to listen to us everywhere you are. My name is Okiri Agbonsuremi, and two straight issues will be taken this morning. The visit of the acting president to the President Muhammadu Buhari in London, and his press conference, very unusual one that we'll have to comment this morning. That's a step in the right direction. And then we'll take the flow from it. Ayo Fayose, governor of Ekiti State, says no one will say an elderly man is telling lies, but you can tell an elderly man that what he's saying is not correct. I don't know the difference, if you can say the difference. He said the acting president is not telling lies. He cannot say he's telling lies, but what he's telling Nigeria is not the truth. Now we have Ayo Fayose on the program this morning. He'll be joining us, and we'll be talking to him and asking him to convince us that he knows more than other Nigerians as far as the health of the president is concerned. We also want to find out from him if he wants to go to London to go and see the president, so that we hear from him directly. The other issue is the PDP. Of course, you know what happened yesterday. We told you on this program just a few seconds after we left here, we got the story that the Supreme Court has resolved the dispute in the PDP in favor of the Ahmed McCarthy-led committee. Now, my colleagues are joining me. We don't have just all the time to waste this morning at all. We just need to give you as much as possible. And a lot of mails came in. We also want to see how many we can take. Adebayo Bodun is here with me this morning. Adebayo, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Hiria. I think, well, in a way, the judgment of Supreme Court judgment of yesterday, which is the final bus stop, seems to have put an end to
all the disputes.
The dispute in the PDP.
All right, we'll talk about that. And Mustafa Mohammed is also here with me this morning. Mustafa, welcome to the program.
Thank you. We learned that there were jubilations yesterday in Maiduguri because
I was wondering.
But it's a factor in Borno politics. You can't rule him out. They fail to realize.
No, who were those celebrating? Were those who were happy he's out, or those who are happy that what was the cause of the celebration?
We learned that those who don't want him to, have any.
They were the one jubilating.
Yes.
Of course, whether they jubilate or they don't jubilate, a former governor, two-time governor, a senator, you cannot
rule him out.
You cannot push out McCarthy, Sheriff in the Borno politics. Let's go to our mailbox, politicalplatform@yahoo.com.
Thank you and welcome to the mail segment. I am Ife Nwanwobi.
I am Etenikan Akepu. You're welcome.
We start with this mail, and it's reacting to the Supreme Court's judgment yesterday on PDP dispute. And Usifo Saturday from Jos in Plateau State says, now that the leadership tussle of PDP is over, I urge Ahmed McCarthy to quickly mandate the Reconciliation Committee to swing into action and reconcile all the aggrieved members in order to have a formidable and viable opposition that will give APC a big fight come 2019, as Osun State by-election have already shown same. God bless our country, Nigeria.
And still on the PDP and the Supreme Court judgment, Salami Sadiq from Lagos State says, I hope the party will now come together to keep the ruling party on their toes. Now we can have a viable opposition, and I hope the Ali Modu Sheriff's group will work with McCarthy-led executives. This is the right time for PDP to redefine itself for the development of the party.
Away from that, and on the platform's interview with Ojuzo Kalo, Nazif Jafar from Bauchi State says, hello, Political Platform. What Ojuzo Kalo said is true, and I believe in that. He said a good Christian respects a good Muslim. Likewise, a good Muslim respects a good Christian. I am a Muslim, and Islam said we should respect our neighbors, whosoever the person is. We should also give equal opportunity to people and have respect for elders. I strongly believe that our religious leaders will never tell us to go and make any trouble or kill anybody. I believe in one Nigeria, and all other people calling for division of Nigeria are enemies of progress. One Nigeria, one nation.
And still reacting to Dr. Orji Uzor Kalu's interview, George Nwata in Abuja says, I listened to the interview you granted Dr. Orji Uzor Kalu. He did not in any way insinuate war, only that we do not like to hear the bitter truth. The earlier we stopped prevaricating over the sensitive national issues, the better for us. We cannot but sit down to chart a viable way forward. God bless Nigeria.
And more on why Nigeria must remain united, Jacob Shaibu in Kubwa, Abuja says, the Hausa man needs the Igbo man's ofaku and apple. The Igbo man needs the Hausa man's kilishi and suya meat. And they both need the Yoruba's amala and ewedu soup. Then, talk of the popular jollof rice. How do we eat this staple food if we fight ourselves? All we need is to emancipate ourselves from mental slavery that is being muted by the elites. We need each other. One Nigeria.
And away from that to corruption fight in Brazil, Ike from Lekki, Lagos State says the former Brazilian president Inácio da Silva was convicted of corrupt enrichment and consequently sentenced to 9.5 years behind bars. Until we begin to see the elites, the so-called high and mighty who have helped themselves with our commonwealth go to jail in Nigeria. Nigerians would never take the anti-corruption campaign seriously. God bless Nigeria.
Lastly for today, a commendation for Mustafa. And Christy Victor in Kubwa, Abuja says, whenever I hear Mustafa speak, it gives me a second thought concerning the northerner, and it also awakened my conscience over speaking the truth. Ride on, Mustafa. Keep it up because you are an encouragement to many Nigerians. God bless Mustafa, God bless the platform crew, and God bless Nigeria.
And that's it on the mail segment for today. Keep your mails coming. Send them to politicalplatform@yahoo.com.
Bust it.
They present the popular radio program Political Platform on the Ray Power FM network. Ray Power FM Political Platform, now on television. Keep track of the country's polity and be part of the process as they discuss and put political developments in the country into perspective. It's Ray Power Political Platform on AIT Abuja.
Thank you so much for remaining with us on the platform. And where do we begin from? We talk about the PDP and we talk about the visit of the acting president to London to see the president. I think we should begin with the interview with Ayo Fayose, the governor of Ekiti State. Oftentimes, he has positioned himself as one loud opposition to the current government. Right deep inside the heart of Ekiti State, his voice re-echoes around Nigeria, and he talks about things he knows. And he's so emphatic that sometimes you are forced to listen to him, even if you don't like what he's saying. Ayo Fayose says all is not well with the presidency, and that a lot of things are being kept from Nigeria, and that he has more information than Nigerians ever have. Let's listen to Ayo Fayose, who had a chat with me yesterday. You have positioned yourself as somebody who has expressed skepticism, doubts about the state of health of Mr. President. Even when people come back and they go there, they say, we have seen the president, he's doing fine, he's doing well. Fayose insists that you need evidence. You want to see, do you want to go to see, you want people to take you to go and see the president?
You see, again, I want to tell you, sir, 2015, before the election, I told Nigerians not to vote for this president. I told Nigerian President Buhari wasn't okay, physically and medically. I made it very clear. There was an open session we did at the hotel. I was very clear. Between the postponement and the election, the president traveled for very long. After the election, the president still left. The Yoruba man said, the eye that will take you to old age will not start bringing water when you are young. This is the problem we had with President Buhari. This eyes is already bringing water before he was elected. I warned Nigerians. In fact, I was attacked for the publication. One of us must be lying now, either me or them. Now we are in the 7th month. The president has spent close to, added together in this year alone, has spent more than 4 months, close to 4 months in a 7-month journey outside the country on a sick bed. When you are sick of malaria, when you have typhoid, when you have catarrh, they will run for 1-2 weeks. When you have operation, minor operation, there are some sickness. When they put you in bed for more than 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, stop deceiving yourself. Buhari doesn't have to be our president till eternity. Even if he comes back, they should allow him to go and rest. Buhari is representing the CABALS are holding Nigerians to ransom. When President Buhari was sick like this at that time, President Buhari came out and said he should resign. A man should be honorable. A man should live by example. You see, the office of a president and the office of a governor comes with innate powers and grace. Everybody is waiting for you to wake up. Everybody is guiding your seat before you get to the function. That alone is energizing. The moment that thing does not, it fails to energize you, then you are off. Today, President Buhari is deflated, is weak and tired. He does not have capacity anymore. You see, it is only in African countries that men chooses not to be honorable. I cannot tell you. So
will you be surprised? Will you be surprised that if the president comes back tomorrow and is as agile?
Excuse me. Let me say this to you.
Yes.
In my second asking that the president should stand down, I gave 48 hours for them to prove me wrong and show credible evidence that I'm lying. I want to say to you, it's another 2 weeks after I said that thing. They use taxpayers' money to fly. The acting president used the taxpayers' money to fly to London to go and verify. He said he invited him. If the president of Nigeria, president of 170 million people, who has been mentioned controversial state of his health, we cannot see ordinary picture, ordinary video, ordinary anything to show that after Council of State. Why do they show Council of States? Why do they show the president at function?
But can we take
the same set of people who told us that the president, when President Buhari was sick, that they should make public his state affairs by the current Minister of Health, Minister of Information. Yes. The same man is now saying it's security risk to ask for president's.
But don't you believe our acting president, Professor Yomi Osibajo, a pastor?
Yes.
Don't you believe a lawyer,
pastor,
a professor of law,
now a politician? Please.
Yes.
Now a politician.
So when he says, "I have seen the president," yes, he's recuperating. He's going to come back. He's going to come back very soon.
So that is elusive. You see, I have great respect for Professor Osibajo, and he's doing his best. My issues has to do with the presidency of Nigeria. It is not. Nigeria is not about the acting president or the president. Nigeria is about Nigerians.
Is it the politician?
If you say I go to see my father,
yes,
on behalf of my siblings, so they don't have to have evidence of the state of the health of my father, we have to keep it in secrecy.
No, you don't believe that.
I don't believe.
You
with all due respect, I don't believe. I don't like to say my leader is lying, but Professor Osibajo's claim is not true.
Now, do you want to be taken to go and see the president?
I love him to take me when he's going next time. Nigerians will believe me when I say it. They should take me.
How will you feel if you come back?
Excuse me.
And people will say it's a lie or it is not correct?
Let me tell you the truth. What happened in London? The acting president actually, the way he saw the president, let me put it because I don't want to say this. He was shocked. He was worried. But he cannot come back because he's the vice president. He can't come back and say that. Can you say that if you see the same situation? You can't say it. And also, he doesn't know tomorrow.
Is that not the reason why you should not be taken there? Because if you go,
they should take me there. I would explain everything
to Nigerians when you come back.
I said I have some pictures I want to release now. I have 11 pictures. Very soon I'm going to release it.
Of the president?
Everything, information I'm giving to you, sir, is from them majorly. It's from their camp majorly. Let me tell you the truth today. And very soon I will release those pictures.
Of the president?
I'm telling you again.
Describe the picture.
No. What is coming, you will see. You don't have to be in a hurry.
No, just give us a benefit of
I've said it that the president is in coma. I've told you before. I've told you that the president is under intensive care. I didn't hide it. I'm not afraid to tell Nigerians this. I'm not part of the people that were under the table. Don't you know that this thing we are saying is about Nigerians? I'm the only one. Nigerians has come to realize I'm the only one giving them the right information. Others are
although there are those who would doubt that they don't know. You have not been to London. You have not seen the president, and you just sit down.
They should prove me wrong now. They are the ones to explain themselves to Nigerians. They should prove to Nigerians how is a liar now. When I told you the president at that time is not competent to lead, is sick, is weak, is deflated. I told you all this. I made a paid advert.
Is the acting president, is he in the third corner? Is he?
It's obvious.
Is he in the third corner?
Listen to me. What can my deputy do now if I'm not around? What magic can he do? Answer me now.
But if it's the acting governor, he can do a lot.
What is it that they want to take about that? They will take plane from here to Nigeria to go and take instruction for 1 hour. Ask yourself now, how does that go to?
As you take a plane from Nigeria to London.
To London and come back. Take a plane from Nigeria to London for 1 hour and still come back. It's just diversionary. It's not diversionary. The issues, this government of APC is being consumed daily. Nigerians are sad. How can you vote for a man? You exercise your right for 4-year tenure for a man who is sick half of the time or more. If your daddy is sick now and you are young, who will feed you? And Osinbajo, with all due respect, Vice President, Acting President Osinbajo himself cannot act in full capacity of fear of the unknown. He's gagged. It's not his fault.
But is he not the one gagging himself? If everywhere to gag, the law is very, very clear that acting president has the powers of the president.
That was why you said he's a pastor. I say he's a politician. If it's a church matter, it will be different. But as a politician, when you sit down, look at the people sitting around him. Look at the people sitting around him. May God help Osinbajo. That's our prayer.
Thank you so much for staying with us. That was Ayo Fayose. I will go right away to Adebayo Boduri. Let me begin from Mustafa Mohammed, because Adebayo Boduri have a last comment on this. Is Ayo Fayose not too hard on the president?
It's not a question of he is hard or not. You know, those who are supposed to speak from the presidency are not talking. Nigerians need information about the health status
but
of
the acting president spoke yesterday. If the acting president, that was what I was asking him, if the acting president comes around to say, I have seen the president, he is fine, he will soon come back, should we not believe him?
The truth of the matter is this was what we had when he had his first trip. And of course he had to travel again. The exact information about his ailment, just like if the president in the United States or British Prime Minister is having a particular ailment or is going in for surgery, you will hear that the government will make a position. And the inability of the government or officials to make an accurate statement is bringing a lot of problem. Then allowing people like Fayose to also say that they know things perhaps they know or they don't know, we don't know. But let us also not forget that Garba Shehu, Femi Adesina, Lai Mohammed in the past have issued inconsistent information about why the president need to go for a holiday trip. Another one would say he is on medical vacation. Another one would say he is fit. You know, when you fail to, present an accurate information, especially communication with your citizens, then you give room for rumors, inaccuracies, such a hash tones such as the one from Ayo Fayose. And don't forget, I've said in this program that the cabinet lacks public relations officials. Some of the people who are there talking on behalf of the government or the president are called journalism professionals. We should not always mix journalism with public relations jobs. The public relations professionals are there redundant. The government is not employing them to do what they are supposed to do.
Let me introduce Ijoma. I was actually thinking of reserving you for the PDP. So let me go to Adebayo Boduri. Welcome to the program, Ijoma.
Thank you very much.
You joined us late, but then it's good that you are here. Adebayo Boduri, I also asked the same question. Is Ayo Fayose not too hard?
Well, I would look at this issue from two angles. The first angle is that every human being can be sick, and then if our president is sick, I think what he requires from us It's prayer that he should recover very fast. That is the first leg of my explanation. The second explanation, I will go back into history. In 1979, when the late Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe was disqualified from contesting election on the basis of tax matter, then he was later cleared by court. And then somebody mentioned to him that these papers that have taken you to the cleaner, to the cleaners and rubbish you and all the rest, why don't you take them to court? He said, in the first instance, in 77, I said, I will never seek for elective position in Nigeria again. But since I changed and now decided to seek for an elective office, I have lost my privacy. The media is entitled to take me to the cleaners, to rubbish me because of the pronouncement of the then FEDECO, which was the apex electoral body in Nigeria. What am I saying is this, that when you assume office as president of Nigeria, you have lost some aspect of your privacy. And so I expect the people in government to see the need to tell us the truth about the state of health of the president. That does not mean as if we will not believe the acting president who has traveled to London, who has seen our president. We need evidence. And who has seen our president and told us that he's recuperating very fast and he will soon join us. It doesn't mean as if we shouldn't believe him.
Okay, yeah, I would like to say this. You see, the problem we have about leadership training is that most of them, they didn't tell them how to handle the issue of perception. People perceive things. That's what Mustafa was talking about just now. It's public relations management. Public relations management. And if all this time the president has been traveling for medical vacation and they said he's been talking, there's a camera, just one camera, to tell Nigerians this, even if the man is feeble. Let us see our president. That's why you hear rumors, lies coming from different corners. This one we say, I don't believe. And let Fayose go. They should invite Fayose to go and see the president in the UK. Probably when he gets there, he will be the one to come back and tell Nigerians, I saw the president is getting better. Let them just tell Fayose, since you don't believe and you want an evidence, travel. Go to the UK and see the president. Okay, because of our time, let's leave that now. I know that you also have your own comments. You can tell us what you feel about this Fayose's insistence that there must be evidence. It's just like the story of the nail on the hole on the nail of the hand of Jesus Christ and Thomas. Thomas said, yes, so I don't have any problem or whatever thing you are saying, but until I put my hand, I see Jesus Christ and put my hand in that hole where the nail went through, I will not believe that he has. Me, I am a Christian, but I want to see the hole and put my hand there. That's what Fayose said. Now let's go to PDP. It's a watershed judgment. Jubilation in the camp of the PDP yesterday. All over Nigeria, there was even those who were on the fringes, those who were staying on the fence and saying we don't know what is going to happen. Some of them were getting ready to even join the APC if the judgment, they don't know what was going to happen. Ayo Fayose told me yesterday that he went to the Supreme Court yesterday with two items, with the flag of the PDP, two small flags, and with his membership card. And he took a matchbox to burn his membership card if the judgment had gone the other way around. He said he was ready to go away from the Supreme Court premises into out of the PDP yesterday if Ali Modu Sheriff was pronounced but Adebayo Bodiri were on the other side now. All of them are coming up, and from all these reports we have, all the mails we have, is admonition on the PDP to seize the momentum, to come together and begin to work as opposition party.
I think if we look at that case, is one thing has improved, and it has already enriched our democracy and legal system, is that the supremacy of the national convention of a political party as the supreme organ of the party. It eventually means that whatever decision taken at convention supersedes any other decision taken by any other organ of the government of the party. Or the party. That is one. The second point is that from Ali Modu Sheriff camp I'm sure they are deflated, they are confused. Even up till
I hear his major anchor man, Cairo Jugo, is a fact.
He's not funded. He cannot. He doesn't know what
he's sick of.
And if you look at
development,
if two words the Supreme Court used for Ali Modu Sheriff are not favorable, and I think he should reconsider his position in politics.
And those two words were,
they said he was the Supreme Court described Sheriff as power hungry. He displayed infantile desperation to remain in power.
Okay.
And if you look at it, so they eventually it should be able to tell him to change his tactics and don't allow his ego to carry him all whatever he does.
Mustafa, what does it mean to the PDP? The PDP has just 2 states in Nigeria in the north, Gombe and Taraba. Are they able to? Would they be able to seize this momentum to move deep into the north now, particularly as 2019 is coming?
The problem was that the PDP lost because of lack of trust. And then they joined the bandwagon of the Buhari factor in the last general election. The truth of the matter is, so long as the millions of PDP followers in the north can no longer trust the kind of leadership the party has offered in the past, as a result of which it failed in the election, it lost their vote. Then the problem
they need to work hard.
They really need to work hard, because I find it very difficult, but I don't see it as impossible, how to sell the same PDP back to the electorate in the northern part of it. But don't also forget that in places like Gombe, you know the kind of job Nkombo has done, infrastructure. That is one selling point for the governor. If not, he would have also lost for the Buhari factor in the past general election.
Now, what is the way forward, Ijoma? What have you found out? You are with the PDP people day and night, and what are they working on? After all this euphoria of celebration, what is the way forward? What do you think they want to do now?
Even up till late last night, the leaders of the party, the leadership of the party, were having meetings. And
they immediately took over the party secretariat.
Yes, and those from the other side, the other divide, that's
Alimodu Sheriff Khan.
According to them, they told me that they've been meeting to take a decision on what to do. PDP is their party, but what they are thinking is they have to weigh both the positives and the negatives. They have to approach the McAfee people and tell them this is what we are bringing on board. But Okira, we shouldn't forget that this is one judgment that has also re-echoed in the ears and the heart of Nigerians, that the Supreme Court is not just an ordinary court, it's a court of policy.
Yeah, when
a court that weighs the two options.
They don't only do, they say they don't, it's not, they don't only do judicious matter, they also do justice.
Yes.
Judicially and judiciously. That's how the lawyers put it. It is not, they look at the future, they look at everybody.
Exactly.
And
because if Alimodu Sheriff had won yesterday, 75% of membership of PDP would have gone.
I would have lost that. Okay. Our time is up. The much we can take on the program today. When we come back in our next episode tomorrow, we'll have more for you, and we also encourage you to drop us a note on the issues, the PDP, the president, the acting president pronouncement, and then the Eye of Hayoshe interview, which you just heard. My name is Okiri Agbonsuremi. Do have a wonderful time out there.